Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be showing the 5 reasons why I bought my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. Let's just jump right in with the first reason why I bought my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. From now on, I'll just call it the Pocket 4K. First thing is just that, 4K RAW. 4K resolution is fantastic, gives you great flexibility of punching into the image if you want to. Now, RAW recording is basically a type of file that this camera records that allows you to change the settings that you record in after you've recorded. So you can go in, you can change your ISO, you can change the white balance, and you can change the exposure without much degradation to the image, if any. And that is a fantastic ability, and for this price point, it is unbeatable to be able to shoot in RAW. Now, the second reason that I bought my Blackmagic Pocket 4K is the image quality. When I researched this camera, which I did for months, I was just blown away by the image this camera can produce. The dynamic range of this camera is 12 or 13 stops, meaning that it can see well in the shadows and well on the highlights at the same time. And there are definitely cameras that have a greater dynamic range. But for this price point and for the size of this camera, 12 to 13 stops of dynamic range suits it perfectly. Now, the third reason that I wanted to buy this camera was to invest in my company and in my production business. So having the ability to shoot in 4K for clients will allow me to charge more, and it will allow me greater flexibility in the editing process. It is important to invest in yourself, which is why I bought this camera, so that I can shoot in 4K. My other camera doesn't shoot in 4K, it only shoots in 1080p. So the ability to shoot in 4K at cinema quality for clients is a great investment in my business. Now, the fourth reason that I bought this camera is the value. The value for the money of this camera is fantastic. Like we talked about earlier, 4K RAW, 12 to 13 stops of dynamic range for $1,300, give or take a few $100 for external accessories. But the value for the money, what you get for what you pay, is fantastic. I have had no major gripes about this camera, especially the image quality. The image coming out of this camera is what you're seeing right now, although right now I am only shooting in 1080p HD to save on storage space. What you get with this camera for what you pay is an unbeatable deal. There's nothing else like it. Nothing else that can shoot RAW 4K 60 up to 60 FPS for $1,300. No, nothing. There's a few cameras that are a little bit more expensive than that can do the same or similar, but this camera is just fantastic. Now, the fifth reason that I bought this camera is for the size and weight. It's only about that big. Yep, about that big, and only, I think, 2 pounds, less than 2 pounds or less. It's a really lightweight camera. Now, I have cage around it, a metal cage and a top handle and a monitor, which adds to the size and weight, but size and weight is actually good for a cinema camera. It gives the camera more inertia, meaning that there will be less micro jitters and shakes as you film with the camera. It'll allow you to do smoother handheld shots. So the size and weight of this camera was a big selling point to me, because I didn't want this big box that would be unwieldy and difficult to manage, whereas this one, it's almost like a DSLR shape, allowing for easy use of the camera. And the back of the camera has a huge screen on it, a screen that's about as big as my phone, which allows for great access to the menu systems, which are fantastic, and it's just a great way to control the camera. So those are the 5 reasons that I bought this camera. Now, this camera is not without its flaws. The biggest flaw for me is the battery life. It only gets about 30 minutes of screen on time per battery, which is not great. So I just have a bunch of little batteries, but I'm still in search for a better battery solution for this camera. So that does it for me today. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, and I would be glad to answer them. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you felt like I deserved it, and go ahead and check out this video right here for more entertainment from me. And until next time, we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.